Hello, once again we are going to be going over a sentence from the Chinese TV show You Are My Glory, episode 1. We're going to be going over sentence 3, and the context of the sentence is the main actress who in the show, who plays a famous actress, is endorsing a game, but so a video of her playing that game really badly leaked and then caused big news. So then her manager, this person right here, is kind of asking her, like, why are you playing games? Like, why are you playing this game? And then the main character, the main actress, is explaining. So our sentence is 我是代言人嘛，你们老说我是游戏高手，我不心虚啊，那我得练练呀。So we'll go over each one of these sentences slowly. So we'll start with the first one. So the first one is 我是代言人嘛。This 我是 is I am. Then 代言人, whatever 代言 means, but we can tell that this is like a certain type of like profession, since 人 means person. So if we go down here, we have 代言. The verb means to endorse. So if we add just 人 at the end to make 代言人, then that means endorser. It just turns to endorse into a noun, endorser. And other words for this can just also be a spokesperson or an ambassador. So 我是代言人 means I am an endorser of this game, of the game that she's endorsing. And this ma at the end is a particle. The ma particle is used after an obvious statement. So I'll have a resource in the description, but in this case, her saying that she's an endorser of the game is an obvious statement, and I think it actually it also adds like the word right to the end of the sentence. Like, so 我是代言人嘛, like I am an endorser of this game, right? And there's a little cause and effect. Like, because I'm an endorser of this game, like then I did this, the next few sentences, which we'll go over. So this middle sentence is 你们老说, and we'll take a look at 老说. So 老 usually means old. That might be what comes to mind first, but used before a verb. So 老说, 说 here is the verb to talk or to say. So 老 used before a verb means always. So it's usually used to say someone like always does something that is negative, and usually but not always. So you can use it to say that they're doing something positive, but I don't think that's as common. So 老说, which is the part we have here, 老说 means you always say. And in our sense is 你们老说, so you guys always say. So you guys always say 我是 I am, then 游戏高手. So let's go over that. So this is my opinion, but I feel like 游戏高手 is one of those phrases that don't really have a good English translation. I'm kind of going against this now. I think maybe it does, but it's one of these cases where we can maybe, it's better to understand the parts in order to understand the entire phrase. So on the left, we have 游戏, which means game, and on the right, we have 高手, which means expert. So yeah, maybe gaming expert is a good term for this. But I'm wondering for this phrase here. So 你们老说我是游戏高手. You guys always say I'm a gaming expert. Would that be natural or not? Maybe to some, yes, but it's a little like something's a little missing for me. So how I would think of it is 高手. It gives me the sense that someone is really skilled at something. So instead of giving 游戏高手 like a direct English translation, I would just think of it as being someone who's skilled at games, or like a high level in games. Maybe there is a proper term for it, or maybe gaming expert's fine. But I more like to have a sense of what it means rather than give a direct translation. There's other words that you can do this for to understand the parts in order to understand the whole, and so I think this example is not too good for that. So that's this sentence. 你们老说我是游戏高手. And then the next part of it is 我不心虚啊. So we'll look at this part. 心虚. 心虚 is a good word to know, because I feel like I'll often see it on like a TV show. It means to have a guilty conscience. So it's like you feel like you're kind of doing something wrong. You feel a bit guilty. So then this sentence here, the same thing as here. So 你们老说我是游戏高手，我不心虚啊. It's kind of like saying, like, because or if you all keep saying that I'm good at games, then I will feel kind of guilty. And the guilt is from her kind of being like a fraud, because she doesn't actually play these games, and that she's endorsing, and they're all saying that she's really good at them. So that's why she's wanted to practice. So then the next sentence is 那我得练练呀. So start with 那. 那 used at the front of a sentence like this means then. So in this case, the speaker is indicating some cause and effect, and it's because of the situation we just mentioned where she feels guilty that she's not playing this game that she's endorsing, then she decides to practice. And that's the verb here, 练练. But I believe first we're going to go over here, this character here. So this is 那我得. So if you thought this was it read as 的, you would be right, but not in this case, because when the character 的 it follows an adjective or a verb, then it's pronounced as 的. But in this case, it is preceded by a noun, which is 我. So that makes this a verb, and since it's a verb, it's now pronounced as 得. So 我得. And I say that here, it can be pronounced as 的, but as a verb, its pinyin is 得. So 得 means to have to. So our part here, 那我得 means then I have to. And the last part is here, 练练. So this is the verb 练, to practice, and 练练 is, I believe, what's called a reduplication of verbs. And I'll link the link to this resource in the description. So when you use a verb twice, in this case we're using 练, so using 练 twice makes it sound like the speaker is doing that verb just casually and just a little bit of it. So since the verb is to practice, then she's just casually practicing, she's just practicing a little, as opposed to if she just said 练 once and said 那我得练. Then that would sound relatively like she's practicing relatively more seriously. So let's read the sentence again. So 我是代言人嘛，你们老说我是游戏高手，我不心虚啊，那我得练练呀。So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.